Hello, living in Boulder vlog. I guess for the day of September 7th, because it's 5:25 a.m. on December. Um, I let's see. So what did I do? Yesterday I got up at 6 because I had to do chores, and I got back home at like 4:30. Got in the shower and came out. Immediately called Garmin because I wanted to see if I could get my watt meter fixed so I could start riding my bike. Um, they helped me walk through the thing, and there was this like the setup thing, and then there was this window he'd never seen before, and then we clicked some stuff, and then he's like, "Okay, so you're good to go now. It's all fixed." So I was like, "Yay!" And then I went over to pick up my car, and I only had, like 15 minutes left to do that, or 45 minutes to get there because they close at 6. I managed to call Garmin right before they closed at 5 and was on there for like 15, 20 minutes. I went and picked up my car. My car had this problem where it was buzzing all the time, like really loud. The low oil pressure, like warning light. The wire was short-circuited, and the oil light and the buzzer was on all the time, really annoying. But luckily for me, figured it out. Guy used to work at the dealership, so I was glad he figured it out, and it was only $185. So then I got my car, came back, and so today I finished Google doing the screen captures of Strava, all the segments. So now the next step would be to piece it together. But before that, I wanted to do screen captures of all the mountains. I created 400 mountains that you can climb from Boulder. It's kind of like that idea. All roads lead to Rome. Well, if you look at all the mountains roads coming up from Boulder to the mountains, it's kind of like that. And then I started, so I was doing those mountains, and that's going to take a really long time though, because they're really long trips, like 200-mile trips. If you can't do it with a road bike, people could try to do it with electric bicycles, but that's going to be a while. That'll be, whoo! I don't even want to think about how long that's going to take, but that's something I could easily do on my bicycle. So I'm glad that I have something super easy to get started working on my bike. And then, once I get a little bit into it, I'll be able to do anything on my bike, whatever on my website, just like I could have all along. But the problem is you sleep more, so you can't get quite as much done. So I got started on this, figuring out exactly. I have to finish the stuff that I already prepared to. I wasn't quite done. And so, what was I listening to? I was listening during the day. I was just listening to YouTube stuff about Rome, but because I forgot to bring my MP3 player. But at home, I was listening to Lactantius, Divine Institutions, off my website, and that's one of the most fascinating books that you could possibly read. It's only like 115 pages, but he's basically like the guy in like the 300s who's like, there are no gods. The gods are just people. Come on, you guys. God is God. So he was talking about history and chronology of history, which is I want to try to memorize, so I can plug into my website. My timeline whenever I get around to it. Check that guy out, Lactantius. I'm passing out. I was working until I cracked, and besides, it's like 5:30, so it'll get light soon, so I should get to sleep. Yeah, and then when I get up, I'm going to call Garmin. Oh, yeah, so I forgot to finish the story. So as I was riding my bike to pick up my car, there were no watts. So I actually broke it. I made it from having only 60% of what the real watts are to not showing any watts at all. So I'm going to call Garmin tomorrow and see if we can figure this out and get my watt thing fixed. And once I do that, I'm going to abandon what I'm working on now, and I'm going to spend like an entire day not riding the bike, just there. Well, actually, I will be riding the bike because I have to do the recordings. I'm going to ride the bike for like a minute at a certain cadence on a certain gear, and then I'm going to record what the watts says and plug that in to my chart that I actually already have. It's on my Bike Racer Level chart page that has all the watts you need to do for the different cadences and the different speed for all the gears that I have, which is the 3450 by 1128. I guess it's the standard compact gearing. Yeah, that'll be awesome to know, because then I can maybe even print it up and put it on the front there and know exactly how strong I am at any given moment while riding on the rollers. And or how good of a biker I am, because I'm weighing myself. I was only like 185 last time I weighed myself, so I'm losing weight pretty quickly. So anyways, I think that's enough talking. Here we up almost 24 hours. I better get to sleep. Peace out.